up everybody, Matt here back again with another video for you. Today we're going to be taking a look at Bark at the Moon, the third solo album by Ozzy Osbourne. It was released on November 15th of 1983, and it was the first album Ozzy recorded after the death of lead guitarist Randy Rhoads. This album went to number 19 in the United States and did fairly well pretty much in every region it was released in, and the story behind its creation and its fallout is quite an interesting story, which is why I wanted to do a video on it. So as I said previously, Randy Rhoads had been killed in a plane accident, and so they were searching for a new guitarist, and they found this guy named Jake E. Lee. Lee at the time was just coming off demo work with Ronnie James Dio, and he was recommended to Ozzy by the same guy who had recommended Randy Rhoads to him, so he became highly recommended because of that. He would play with Ozzy Osbourne until about 1987, and actually has a video appearance in the music videos for Bark at the Moon and in the concert film The Ultimate Ozzy. If you look at the album credits, they credit all the songs to Ozzy. However, Jake E. Lee disputes this along with the bass player. Lee claims that he was swindled out of his credits and music rights by Sharon Osbourne. He claims he was forced to sign a contract that basically said he wouldn't receive any credit for it, and that if he did talk about it in public, he'd be fired. And he was told if he didn't sign the contract, he would be fired. Ozzy later did say that Lee did help him write a majority of the songs on the album. Bassist Bob Daisley actually corroborates Lee's story. Daisley said that he wrote some of the material on the album as well, but took a buyout from Sharon to not receive credit. He also claims that Lee was hired to write most of the music for Bark at the Moon by Sharon and was paid around $50,000 to do so. Lee did not have a good relationship with Sharon Osbourne and really still doesn't to this day. He was actually fired by her twice, once in 1981 and then again in 1987 via telegram. Ouch. Lee hit back at Sharon on this particular album with the song Now You See It, Now You Don't. It includes lyrics like, "Overbearing woman, making it so hard for me, making me forget my fear of hell." Ugh. He later said that he couldn't believe that they actually included the song on the album and how it pretty much just flew over everybody's head. On the 2002 remix of this album, Lee's solos are severely shortened and there's a lot of material from the original mix that's missing. And most fans tend to agree that the original mix is much better than the 2002 remix. In 2003, Daisley actually filed suit against the Osbournes for unpaid music royalties. This album produced two singles, Bark at the Moon and So Tired. This is the only Ozzy Osbourne studio album to feature Tommy Aldridge on drums, even though he would tour with him extensively. He appears in the video for the title track song, which is actually Ozzy Osbourne's first music video. If you watch it now, it's pretty primitive because music videos are a relatively new thing at the time, so it's pretty interesting to watch because you're just kind of like, this looks really weird and bizarre, but yeah, it's definitely of its time. The makeup that he wears on the cover and in the music video was done by a guy by the name of Greg Canham, not Cannon, Canham, and he is a three-time Academy Award winner. He's worked on The Howling, Thriller, Exorcist 3, The Mask, Idle Hands, and Benjamin Button. It's pretty impressive stuff. It's cool to see it in the music video in action, and I remember as a kid just being so fascinated by that image of Ozzy on the cover. It was like so frightening, but you just couldn't look away. It was very, very cool. They shot a music video for So Tired, and during the filming of it, they had a mirror prop that exploded, and a shard of it went into Ozzy's neck and face. He wasn't hurt severely, but he needed time to recover, and as a result, some shows were canceled. Not too long after this album was released, there was a man in Canada who killed his wife and children, and was apparently influenced to do it after listening to this record. This came at a really horrible time because Ozzy was dealing with the fallout of the song Suicide Solution, which had apparently also caused a fan's suicide through the use of backmasking, which is the whole backwards messages thing on the records that apparently told you to do evil things and worship the devil. This and that controversy would just add so much fuel to the satanic panic pandemonium of the 80s that was fueled by heavy metal, horror movies, and role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons, and it just kept piling on and piling on. Eventually, through interviews and court cases and things like that, it would come out that there was no backmasking, that there was no devil worship, that there was nothing there. Yeah, at the time, it gave the music a very dangerous, almost taboo kind of feel to the whole thing. But yeah, very scary. This album had an insane tour stretching all the way from 1983 to 1985. And this would be the tour where Motley Crue opened for Ozzy Osbourne. And as Ozzy Osbourne said, I think in his Behind the Music, that they were like pirates, you know, on the road just causing havoc wherever they went. So yeah, there's a lot of stories from that tour. They were pretty interesting and gross and mayhem causing and all kinds of stuff like that. But yeah, man, what a tour. The album itself is very solid. It has a very gothic metal feel. If you're a classic metal collector, when it comes to vinyl, period, you need this record. It's really good. I highly recommend the track Waiting for Darkness, which closes out the album. It's a very long song, but it is really, really good. I love it. I was lucky enough to pick up my copy at FM Music in Kansas City. They're very cool. Check them out. Knowledgeable, great prices, very cool. So what I want to know from you guys in the comments is, did you like this record? Did you go see him when he was on tour? Did you smash your copy of So Tired? Did you hear any backwards messages? Let me know in the comments below. I love reading your guys' comments. Give me a like, share, subscribe, whatever you got to do to help support me and keep this channel going. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you guys next time.